Governor Soludo felicitates with former President Obasanjo as he clocks 87. Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Soludo, restricts commitments in protecting women in the state. Minimum wage, federal government to hold zonal public hearing. And in Pakistan, surprise snowfall kills 35. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. A very good morning to you and welcome to our news this morning. My name is Sijama Uche. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has expressed warm felicitation to former President Olusegun Obasanjo on the celebration of his 87th birthday yesterday, March 5th, 2024. In a release signed by his Chief Press Secretary, Mr. Christian Aborime, Governor Soludo observes with profound admiration and appreciation that President Obasanjo remains the towering figure in Nigeria and African history. We have details.
The governor noted President Obasanjo's journey has been marked by remarkable achievements, unparalleled dedication to public service, and uncommon commitment to the advancement and peace of our nation and the African continent as a whole. According to him, his visionary leadership has left an indelible mark on the political landscape of Nigeria in a way that continues to inspire successive leaders. He said President Obasanjo has demonstrated exceptional wisdom and statesmanlike qualities that continue to guide Nigeria through the complexities of changing times. Governor Soludo, who emphasized that Obasanjo's relentless pursuit of peace, unity, and progress, as well as his steadfast resolve in fostering dialogue on critical issues as governance, economic development, and regional stability, has earned him respect and admiration both at home and abroad. Governor Soludo wishes President Olusegun Obasanjo many more years of robust health, happiness, fulfillment, and vitality to continue to be a pillar of support and guidance to Nigeria and Africa, even as his enviable legacy endures for generations to come.
Anambra State Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Foster Ihejiofor, has described the FGN IFAD VCDP as the best agri-intervention program with perfect global intention. Dr. Ihejiofor gave the description in Ubunka, Urumba South local government area of the state, when he led an assessment team of stakeholders from ministries, departments, agencies, civil society organizations, CSOs, on evaluation tour of the ongoing cassava processing center, Crunch solar-powered boreholes, and a tricycle built and donated to Ifadigo Women Group, Ubunka, by the FGN IFAD VCDP correspondent Ichibuzo Obidike filed the report.
So that is clear understood.
According to Dr. Ihejiofor, the federal government IFAD VCDP, which is helping to develop infrastructure along the state staple value chain, is also designed to improve productivity, empower smallholder farmers with the knowledge to make their livelihood resilient. Speaking, the acting state program coordinator, federal government IFAD VCDP, Dr. Mrs. Deborah Onyefulu, unveiled the program three cardinal objectives to include poverty eradication, boosting farmers' productivities, and improving their livelihood. Dr. Onyefulu, however, assured Anambra State farmers of more capacity building for sustainability. The chairperson, Ifadigo Women Group, Ubunka, Mrs. Munachi Wankwo, whose joy knew no bounds, enumerated series of capacity building workshops they have attended within and outside the state, and appreciated Governor Chukwuma Soludo for the laudable program and prayed for its sustainabilities. The team, as part of its itinerary, also inspected an ongoing gigantic culvert at Ubo Ndiopaleze, Orumba North Council area. Earlier, the team toured Ayamelum Council area with its climates at a dry season Faro 44 rice farm at Uturu Abaja Akanato in Omo community, owned by a two-time award-winning federal government IFAD VCDP farmer, Mr. Peter Okonkwo, at his rice farm with uniform height and maturity stage. Mr. Okonkwo, who narrated his frustration and loss of hope when he was harvesting 2 to 3 tons of rice per hectare before the arrival of the federal government IFAD VCDP, while excitedly announcing that he was the first farmer to record 7 tons per hectare in the program across participating states in Nigeria, and assured that he will harvest from 7 tons and above in that particular farm, while appealing to state government to assist them with irrigation system since the Okusi stream dries up during this dry season. Mr. Okonkwo listed lack of combined harvester, transplanting machine, tractors, power tillers, among others, as their challenges. On arrival at Udoka Rice Processing Center, Omo, renovated and fully equipped with a trench section for lactating mothers by the federal government IFAD VCDP, the national president, VCDP Youth Network, Mr. Fidelix Ozo, who displayed numerous certificates he obtained from both local, national, and international training he attended, courtesy of the federal government IFAD VCDP, asked other intervention programs to adopt the VCDP model for accountability, transparency, and easy achievements of set goals. From Omo, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
Anambra State Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has reassured her commitment to being in front of the campaign to protect women, children, and girls in Anambra State from every form of abuse and violence. The governor's wife stated this when she received in audience the partners led by IPAS, Nigerian Health Foundation, at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia. The guests, made up of members of IPAS, Anambra State Ministry of Health, Justice, Budget, and Economic Planning, World Health Organization, WHOs, are coming off fresh from the policy-making meeting where it resolved to adopt 2 key policy documents into the Anambra State legal framework. The book policy documents are draft for medical management of cases of violence against women and management of self-determination of pregnancy for legal implications.
Addressing the group, Mrs. Soludo explained the need to harmonize across all fronts to ensure that documents are not only launched but are comprehensively implemented. She pledged to support the policy through far-reaching advocacy and stated that she is committed to leading the campaigns to protect women, children, and girls in Anambra State. The governor's wife equally noted that her non-governmental movement, Healthy Living with Nonye Soludo, is doing a lot pushing for sound reproductive health, explaining that abortions could become necessary when pregnancies have dangerous effects on health. Earlier in his speech, the leader of the team, Professor Brian Adema, explained that the team is carrying out an important task of adapting to existing acts that are in the federal domain into Anambra law. He said that there are 5 steps to the program: getting into the state, training of stakeholders, generating a draft document and validating of the documents, launching of the program, and training of health workers on the documents, adding that the goal is to carry out the exercise seamlessly to benefit everyone in the state. The IPAS Policy Associate, Dr. Olajumoke Olufumiyi, commended the governor's wife for using her Healthy Living crusade to make great impact on mankind, and explained that she would play key roles in launching and domestication of the documents in Anambra State. On his part, the Anambra State Coordinator of World Health Organization, WHO, Dr. Bonus Muhammad, said that the organization will continue to support the state in its drive to achieve excellent health policies. Earlier in his remarks, the Director of Public Health, Anambra State Ministry of Health, Dr. Afam Aneme, emphasized that the group is looking to domesticate 2 critical national documents in Anambra State, which are medical management of cases of violence against women and management of self-termination for pregnancy for legal indications. The Acting Solicitor General of Anambra State, Mrs. Ndreka Onyekwalo, the Anambra State Reproductive Health Coordinator, Dr. Uju Okoye, the Family Planning Coordinator, Ministry of Health, Mrs. Amara Ezokenwa, amongst others, were among the visiting team.
The Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Honorable Tony Collins Mwabwanne, has applauded the non-governmental organization All for Women Nigeria, AWIN, for its mission to protect and preserve the dignity of women. Honorable Mwabwanne, who gave the applaud when he received in delegation of AWIN at his office in the Government House, Oka, also commended them on the initiative to celebrate ordinary Anambra women, especially the downtrodden in the society, during the upcoming International Women's Day celebration. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Mr. Mwabwanne described women as a powerful tool for positive change and appreciated AWIN for raising the challenge of caring, fighting and believing in themselves, as according to him, women need all the encouragement they can get to be able to gear up to the responsibility of positive change, both at home and society in general, while asking for sustenance of the tempo in order to complement the efforts of the present administration and the healthy living with Nonye Soludo. The commissioner promised full support and partnership of the ministry.
This is one thing I've always looked forward to, because for Excellency, as simple as she looks, is the way she is. Yes. So we need to support her in living, giving their number what they asked for, what they promised them.
Inviting the ministry to the forthcoming Gear Up Summit slated for 7th March 2024, the president of AWIN, Comrade Stella Iboka, extolled the doggedness of Mr. Mwabwanne in ensuring lasting peace in the communities, ensuring that Anambra sees themselves as brothers and sisters.
I want to appreciate you, and appreciate you as our own. In AWIN, we said it's all for women. What it means that we need everybody to back us. Before we've been struggling as women, now we need everybody. Our husbands, our sons, our brothers will back us all.
The Executive Chairman, Anambra State Basic Education Board, ASBEB, Associate Professor Vera Nkiru Mwadinobi, has congratulated Governor Chukwuma Soludo on his appointment as a member of the Tripartite Economic Advisory Committee to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu last month. President Tinubu appointed Governor Soludo among other eminent Nigerians and economic players into the committee with a charge to chart a new course for economic recovery for the nation. According to Mwadinobi, Governor Soludo's appointment to the committee shows that Mr. President recognizes his capacity to make an immense contribution to the nation's efforts to address the falling Naira exchange rate, rising inflation, and the worsening cost of living. She posited that Governor Soludo's antecedents, especially his policies as the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, stand him out as an economist by excellence, and the nation reaped exceedingly from his wealth of experience. Associate Professor Mwadinobi expressed the hope that with Governor Soludo in the committee, Nigeria will begin to feel the much-needed march towards economic recovery so as to salvage the worsening condition of the teeming masses. This, she believed, is possible owing to Governor Soludo's striking administrative prowess demonstrated in Anambra State government, where he is doing more with less, undertaking massive infrastructural development projects despite the state's dwindling resources. The federal government is to hold public hearings to review the minimum wage across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. The head of press and public relations of the Federal Ministry of Finance, Mrs. Helen Chukwu, in a statement in Abuja, indicated that the series will commence in the Southwest. According to her, the Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, will chair the event to be held in Lagos this Thursday. Other hearings have been scheduled to take place in the Northeast Yola, Northwest Kano, North Central Abuja, South Uyo, and Southeast Enugu. According to her, these sessions aim to gather insights and recommendations to inform a fair and sustainable minimum wage policy, reflecting the engagements and contributions from various stakeholders in the region. In Lagos, Mr. Edun will be joined by Governor Adeleke Ademola of Osun State, representing state government interests, Omo Lame Grace from the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, and Mohammed Nura from the Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprises, voicing employers' perspectives. Similarly, from the organized labor will be Adeyanju Adewale, NLC, and Shaibu Afusatu, TUC, alongside the Minister of State, Labor and Employment, Onyejocha Nkiruka. At least 35 people died while dozens were injured as freezing rain and unexpected snowfall hit remote areas of Pakistan. 22 children were among the fatalities, many of whom were crushed in landslides and buried their homes, disaster management authorities said. The extreme weather hit Pakistan's northern and western regions, clogging roads and damaging hundreds of houses. Experts were surprised by the snow as Pakistan is typically humid in March. Mutaj Ali Sar, a former director of the country's meteorological department, attributed the unusual conditions to climate change. The heavy rains completely destroyed at least 150 houses and partially damaged 500 others, mostly in Kia Patunkhwa and the southwestern Balochistan province. Electricity has been completely cut off in some districts for several days. Kia Patunkhwa's provincial government has provided relief supplies to affected areas and announced financial assistance for the injured and the families of those who died. Pakistan Meteorological Department said in its weekly forecast that mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country for the rest of this week, although some parts of Balochistan and the Kashmir we should expect to see snowfall over hills. The English Championship side Southampton has slammed a huge price tag on Nigeria's Super Eagles attacker Paul Onuachu. Mr. Onuachu joined the Saints during the winter transfer of 2023, but failed to live up to the expectations. He is currently on loan at the Turkish Super League side, Trabzonspor, and they became an instant hit for them in the league. The English side on Monday placed £12 million, about 23 billion naira, on the Nigerian international, but the Turkish side is willing to pay less than £10 million for him, following his strong performance since his arrival. The Turkish club wants him to stay beyond summer. Remember that you can follow our news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page, follow us on Anambra Broadcasting Service, subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television, Oka, on us at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log onto our website at www.absradiotv.com. Main points again. Governor Soludo has felicitated with former President Obasanjo as he clocks 87. Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Soludo, has restricted commitment in protecting women in the state. Minimum wage, federal government to hold zonal public hearing. In Pakistan, surprise snowfall killed 35. And that's the news this morning, but just before we go, remember, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra state economy and promotion of our core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news that's packaged by Blessing Ejidibia. Good morning, and do have a good day.